Hey guys, welcome to my first episode of Who Let Oliver Talk. My first official podcast. Hello, what's up, what's up, what's up? We're gonna be talking about a lot of random shit, but in today's episode, I had a very special guest, my friend Keeks. Yeah. No, but honestly, he did amazing. It was a good episode. We talked about his brand, photography, creative things, friendships, fallouts, just random shit just came into the conversation. It was a really good one. The only downside to it was just the audio. We were using these little mics. They weren't the best, but I'm obviously not gonna waste the video or not upload it because it was a really good conversation. So yeah, shout out Cakes for all, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Bye. Welcome back to an episode of Who Let Oliver Talk. In today's episode, we're going to cover a lot of things. Yeah, we have our host again, Keeks. Welcome, Keeks, again. How do you feel?
Thank you for having me. Always honor to be on this beautiful podcast show. Always feel welcomed and grateful to be here.
Nice. So, as you guys seen by the intro, we came and we got some coffee. We were just uncovering some things to talk about. So, yeah. If a lot of you guys don't know, Enrique, aka Keeks, Mr. 77K himself, has a clothing brand, photography, does photography, and also a radio station called 77K FM, which I will be tagging right here. You got that. So yeah, Keeks is a very creative person, and you want to talk a little bit about your brand and everything and how it became to what it is?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I did take a lot of photos. I like taking photos, but I had nowhere to put them out there. So my friend was like, her name's Sadie. She was like, why don't you make an Instagram account? Just post them there. I was like, oh, you're right. They're like, what would you name it? I was like, oh, I don't know. I like the number 7. They're like, oh, like just 7 7. I was like, oh, yeah. Like that's it. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I don't really. It was just like a thought, really. It wasn't really like, it wasn't a lot of work put into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like 77K. They're like, when they ask me now, I'm like, oh, well, I like the number 7. And K, I don't even know, but I'll usually say K's for Keeks or whatever, because that's my nickname. Anyways, made that account about 2 years ago, maybe. And eventually I posted all the photos, and then I asked people to model for me, because I like taking portraits a lot. I like to, take photos in environments or in studios or just like anywhere. Just really expand my,
I guess your artwork,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, just
Yeah.
expand taste, and yeah, and it grew. I'm at 209 followers, and it was at 0, like completely 0. And I do get a few questions about modeling here and there, but I mean it's going on pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I like taking the photo. I like being behind the photo. I like being in the photo. And yeah, people love it. I love it. I have made T-shirts, and people say it does look good, and I take that very much to heart. And yeah.
Yeah, very nice. We actually did a photo shoot for his brand 2 weeks ago, I believe.
It was
Three
two
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago,
Yeah,
yes.
2 weeks ago. It was a nice shoot. It was pretty good. We had Mel, Ambria, and Kaylee in it, and I think the photo shoot went well. It was fun. As of now, I don't have Instagram, so whenever he posts it, I don't know when I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna
I
see it.
haven't posted it. I
Yeah,
haven't gotten to it yet.
but when he does, it will be up. So yeah, check out 77K.
Yeah,
The
it's
studio.
under it's under at 77 or 7 shit, what is it?
77k dot
Oh no,
studio, I think.
it's under at 77 Studio K in Instagram. And then if you click on there, it's gonna be two links. One's to my website where you'll be able to purchase 77K products such as t-shirts and
Very comfortable shirts. Just
coming
so.
soon hoodies. And the other link is to SoundCloud. It's to my radio station, which I just do for another hobby, which I love to do. Just give people like an aux cord, and they put songs that they relate to, love, you know, connect to.
Etc. Yeah. Um, we should be coming out. Me and Melanie should be coming out on episode 7.
Yes.
So yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. But
New
another
episodes every
question.
Sunday.
Every Sunday, you guys heard it first. We'll see about that.
I will.
Um, so what got you into photography? Why do you like photography?
That's a good question. I haven't been asked that. I think I like capturing moments more than living it, which is, I mean, I don't want to say living it, but just like I like to capture the moment
Right.
and document it and just have it somewhere where I can go back and look at it again. And yeah, I've been taking pictures since I was 17. But like I said, I had nowhere to post it. That's why I made my
Right.
Instagram account. But yeah, I like taking pictures. I didn't get my camera till I was 18. So I took it like when I was on the phone, really. And then first I got a camera. It's like a Canon EOS P100 or something. And then I got these, just something to, oh, if I can get it. Just something to play around with. Just an old digital camera.
He also has a
Oh yes, I also have another account where I just post
like the
stupid
films.
ass shit
Yeah.
there, parties and people throwing up and drunk people.
No, because the first time actually he took pictures on his camera, and I think it was at one party we ran into you, and you were like, "Oh shit!" During the winter when it was snowing, me, Ambria, and Melanie pulled up.
That the crock pot,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we pulled up there. We saw Keeks. He was taking pictures on his camera. At the time, we didn't even know that he had a whole page for it dedicated towards it, which is pretty cool because he has like a bunch of memories and everything on there. So, I remember like yeah, he took pictures. We had a fun night that night. Um, when he posted in the morning, we were all excited because we were like, "Oh shit, we made it on the page!"
I don't really sponsor that page. I'm like, if you find it, you find it. It's like I
Right?
feel like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little treasure
But
moment.
that's cool though because you like that's something like once your people are older, like whoever you posted it on that or like whoever sees it is gonna be like, oh shit, that's sick. That's
Exactly,
like
just
you
like
kept.
another
If it was
memory.
like a photo album, except
Photo
online.
album with the color fade.
Hey. Also, Keeks is a Dominic Fike fan. Hey.
Yes, I got a red
Yeah.
cross tattooed. I'm stupid, but yeah.
Man, I feel like you like if you really like an artist a lot and you relate to them a lot, getting a tattoo of them is not as bad.
Yeah, I mean, I tatted this on him or this on me because if you know Dominic Fike, you know he was a really I don't want to say bad drug addict, but he was a drug addict, and he went through rehab. And once he got out of rehab, he started using this symbol on his T-shirts and on his merch and stuff like that, meaning that he's like basically reborn in a way. And
Mm,
he actually, because before that, he was doing drugs and he wasn't really enjoying his art that he was making. A lot of people called him hypocrite because he hated doing music sometimes, or like wasn't really putting himself like 100% of himself on his shows or in his music. He just did like, oh yeah, I just gotta get it done with, And then once he got out of like rehab and he really like, I'm doing it for myself now because I want to and stuff like that. Because that's
right.
why I really tie this on me. Just meaning, to me, it means like rebirth
Rebirth, yeah.
and like you can
Oh,
always come back.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that at all. That's okay. Well, I mean, I had that in mind. I was like, wait, what does a symbol mean? But I never really dived into it that deep. But I mean, if you guys listen to Dominic Fike, you know he makes some good ass music. It's really, really good
He's super
work.
good.
Really art. He puts it all in there. So yeah, I mean, I want to get a tattoo dedicated to Mac Miller. I feel like I relate to a lot of his things. Just being a good-hearted human being and just showing love and just knowing, just live in the fucking moment.
What tattoo? Like, what would you get?
I think it was. Holy shit, I forgot. But it's like these words, and I remember it was like.
Is it like from a specific album or a lyric?
I think it's from his recent album that just dropped.
What's it called?
Balloonerism.
Yeah,
Really nice
I haven't heard the
album.
album. I need to sit down and listen to
What? Okay, first of all,
it.
I'm not trying to like praise too much on it, but really the album is really good. I mean, if you guys really listen to Mac Miller, you know, he puts a lot of like words, like a lot of deep words into it. I mean, a lot of artists do in their music, but he talks about a lot of shit, you know, his what he struggles with, talks about what other people have struggled with, and I don't know, like having that being able to relate to music is really good, especially to an artist, because I feel like you really get to understand the different perspective, and you get to understand like a part of them that can that's
Right,
like another part of you, and it's just like, oh shit, well I relate to this.
right.
You're vibing to it, and then you play it again, and it's just like, okay, stuck with you. I don't know if that makes sense, but
That makes perfect sense.
in my mind, I just feel like if you relate to a song a lot, and it's a song that you like, and you know you replay it a lot, it has a lot of meaning towards you as much as the person who wrote it. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Mac Miller, Dominic Fike. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much like the music whole thing. Now that we're on the topic of artwork, like you know, Keeks does his own brand, does photography, does which is pretty cool. I've told him this before. You know, what he does is pretty out there and pretty outspoken actually, because the community shows a lot of love.
Yes, I'm very grateful for that.
A lot.
I feel like I don't say thank you enough to all my friends and supporters, because they really do show me a lot of love. Like always
A lot.
on my side and stuff like that.
And I think especially like it's a good thing that you have the community by your side, especially with friends and you know that circle of people that really see your page and your art and everything, because everybody knows it's hard to start off from like the
Right.
ground
Yeah, yeah.
to top, right? But already having like the community on your back is like a kickstart, because then the city sees it, and then once the city sees it, it's like holy shit, the whole world's gonna see it, or another city's gonna see it. You know, it
Right.
expands more out like that. So I feel like it's a really good thing that he has like community and everybody shows love. Like sometimes you'll see a random person at the gym that you don't even know with the 7-7K shirt. So
That's great. Cause I usually give out all the T-shirts, right? And there's one they people tell me like, hey, I've seen your shirt here, and I'm like, oh, do you know who was wearing? They're like, no, but I know it's your brand. I was like, oh,
yeah,
cool. And then I seen someone wear it, and I was like, I didn't know him, cause I usually give out all my T-shirts, and I went up to him. I was like, hey, where'd you get that shirt? Acting like a little. Like I didn't know where it was. Like trying
yeah.
to like, oh dang, where'd you get that? Like, oh, I got it from 77K, like this Instagram page. I was like, oh, it's a cool shirt. Like, you know who made it? I was just being dumb with him. He's like, oh, I don't know. I just know that, like, I just follow the page. Yeah, it's a cool shirt. I never told him I made it though.
Really?
No, I like to stay like anonymous. Really, I like the fact that 'cause I don't really want to be behind the face
Of
of.
it?
No, I don't feel like how the weekend House of Balloons. I'm gonna use House of Balloons for example.
Okay, okay.
House of Balloons. No one knew who the weekend was, but he blew up. Dominic Fike for the Don't Forget About Me demos. A record label bought him for like $2 million, but no one knew who he was. right?
Right.
Then they put the image themselves because when they wanted to, because no one knew who they were, they like slowly made their image. That's how I want to do it. But to me, I want to be anonymous. So like I feel like it's the right time to like be like, oh well,
Oh
I made
shit.
it, like
Wait, I've never
you know,
looked at it at that
really,
perspective. Yeah.
yeah.
If I'm
I
being
mean,
honest,
yeah,
I never looked at it at that perspective, but holy shit, that makes a lot of sense. Like, okay,
yeah. That's
yeah,
the way I
okay,
see it. I mean,
no,
yeah,
that's sick
yeah.
because it's like once you blow up, it's like surprise, it was me,
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
because there's no one would. Well, some people would expect it, but some don't. And be like, "Wow,
Right.
that's you," and then I was like, "Yeah, that's me." You tell them like,
Oh
"What made you do
shit.
that?" When and you get brought up all these questions like, "Where, like, how long you been doing that?" And like, "How long you been hiding that from
Right.
the page or whatever?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll send you the note." He's like, "Let me get your Instagram." Boom, gain another following friend. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh," and I was like, just being stupid, just
Right.
acting like I didn't know, because I just wanted to see how I really like just getting another people's opinion on my brand. Like how like really, because if I was like, oh yeah, that's my brand, obviously they, oh like that's cool, I like your brand. But if I didn't know, like it's a different reaction to that brand. Does that make sense? Like more
Okay,
of an
okay, okay.
honest answer, I feel like, right?
Oh,
You
okay.
get it? Because like
Okay,
obviously
yeah, yeah, yeah,
if the
yeah,
owner's
yeah.
there, you're not gonna be like, oh that's a
Right.
shitty ass brand,
You're gonna be like straight up like,
Yeah,
oh
they're
no,
gonna
no,
be
it's a
straight up.
nice shirt,
They're like,
yeah.
they're gonna be like, I feel like it needs this, or like I feel like it needs that. And then as an owner, they don't know that you're the owner, but you're obviously taking the
Right,
notes and
right.
like obviously improving based on people's other reactions or feedback.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yo, hold on. I didn't even look at it at that perspective.
Yeah. He really liked the shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name, but I appreciate
Yeah.
him. And then, but yeah, it was really cool seeing people that you don't know wearing something that you made or like the label that you made.
Right.
It means a lot. Yeah,
Damn.
that's how I see it.
Well,
Anonymous, like hidden, no one
yeah.
knows.
Well, now looking at it like that, that's a really good perspective to look at it at because I never really like thought about that. That's actually pretty good. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I respect that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
just how
Like,
I think.
so with that being said, um, talking about creativity more. So Keeks asked me earlier what, actually before we even recorded this, what did I want to talk about and what was like my main thing going on with this podcast. I feel like with the name, it already speaks for itself. But and like I said in the introduction, but in all honesty, I feel like I want to talk about a lot of like deep shit, how people feel, relationships, friendships, whatever it is. Just go into depth with it because I feel like I was listening to another podcast, Madeline RG. She quoted, I think, um, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but in between the lines of that, when you're feeling something and you're like overthinking it over and over again, and this has stuck with my in my mind. It's like when you're going through something, you're like overthinking it, and you're just convinced that it's something or whatever or whatnot. I think it's better to talk about it with someone and get a different perspective because then once they tell you, it's like, oh well, you're probably just just thinking, or
Right.
in my perspective, it's this and that. And it's just like, oh, you're right. Like I should have never like thought about it that way, or I should have looked at it this way. And it's just like, oh, I'm good at the end of the day. But getting a different perspective, a whole different perspective, and a different understanding of what another person might think about the situation is, you know. I'm a really person that comes to I'm a whore for deep talks. I like to have deep ass conversations and I definitely like to get to know people under their skin in the sense of like who they are when they're alone or what they is because I feel like now that I'm like learning more about myself and actually throughout these past months, 2 months, actually sitting down with myself and realizing shit. I want people to also realize shit stuff and just realize that, they're not alone and that they're not the only people going through
Right.
stuff. I mean, we all have similar things, just different fonts. And yeah, just want to get more deep into it and just want people to know that you'll be okay at the end of the day, and it is what the fuck it is. Tomorrow's a new day, and as long as you look at it differently, then you're gonna be good.
Right. I feel like that takes a lot to to get to know someone nowadays, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Because I feel like you need to put yourself out there first before you even get to know someone, because I feel like they're not even comfortable with you if you don't put yourself out there first, right?
Yeah.
So to get into someone's skin, like you said, just really know their deep, I don't want to say trauma, but like past life or
Right.
no
Whatever
life.
they're comfortable with
Yeah.
sharing. Um. Okay, that's a good one. With that being said, yes, a lot of people do not want to open up at all. I think we're in a day and age where people just want to be closed off and
They want to be mysterious.
mysterious, closed off.
Freaking weirdo. That's good. That was me at some point. I'm very shy. I'm a very shy person, but I'm just trying to work on myself, obviously.
And that's
Be better and then be
perfect.
more outgoing.
So like,
Just tuck myself in the mirror like,
him saying
yeah.
him saying like he's shy. We actually stated that yesterday, last night when we were doing a video,
Yeah.
that he's very quiet. But like he said, like he's trying, and he's getting to know how to open up more, and that also takes time. I mean, me as a person, I don't really open up like that. As much as outspoken as I am, when it was like for me coming to terms with my emotions and everything, the first thing I would do is just block everyone off and hide myself. I wasn't opening up. People would message me and be like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" Would not answer until like 2 days passed by. And don't get me wrong, isolation is good, you know. But with that, I think I've lost a lot of friends because I wasn't very open with them. I wasn't communicating in a way of just being like, "Hey, I need the 2 days off. Don't take it wrong." Especially those who are close to me. And I truly appreciate and I'm truly grateful for the people that are close to me that knows me, brother.
They die.
Going back to
Charlie.
another thing, yeah.
Damn. She getting
You know.
deep. Get it deep.
So with that being said, me closing myself off, I'm truly grateful to the people who are close to me and very deep connected to me, that they understand now, where they're like, oh, we know, it's nothing bad. But I don't want to get it. I don't want it to get to that point. I feel like now that I'm able to talk about it more and be more open about it is a lot better, because that's where you build a deeper connection with people. And being vulnerable, I can't say that word for the life of me. Vulnerable, vulnerable. You get the fucking point. Just being, soft and like open with people, I guess it opens up also a room of like deeper connection, and you get to understand the person a little bit more and just know what they need and know what their understanding is, because right now we're in their 20s. We're young. We're supposed to discover a lot of shit. I mean, a lot of people that I know in my age are already having kids and are getting married. That's their life, right? But me, I don't feel like I want to get married anytime soon or even have kids anytime soon. So I'm just discovering shit. I want to live in my 20s and actually say that I enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I got to pregnancy and shit, but the point is that if you really care for people, and now in this day and age where people just want to block themselves off and not talk to anyone and be by themselves, and I'm not saying that's anything wrong to do with that, but we're humans and we're very social at that. So yeah, producción, producción. So yeah, we're very yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be more open because I'm a very closed off person. Um, yeah, just communicating with those, just sharing whatever I can. I mean, my creativity. A lot of people don't know that I do art, which I draw and I paint. I don't show my art as much. I think the only time I posted it was like in my close friends. That's it. But I don't really show my art a lot. Not because I don't want to, but I feel like I still, which surprises me now that I really don't do it a lot because I do get art block. But
What's our block?
it's like
You can't do it.
you can't like yeah, it just doesn't come. But it's okay. I think it's like you need to take a break from it in order to reconnect with it. So it's fine, you know. Yeah, I don't really show my art as much as I should, but my goal for this year is to practice more and then show it. I actually did a latest art piece, which I will insert. It's like a sacred heart with like flowers and like leaves around it, but definitely want to show more of my art, do bigger portraits, and see where that takes me. But yeah, what's your take on like connections with people or like like what's your perspective?
On connections with people, like connecting with people.
Mhm.
I think um for some people it can be very delicate, right? Some people can be
Right.
very, very delicate, like, oh crap, I don't know you, I don't know if I should know you, whatever, blah blah blah, just because of their past, and then others are like, oh yeah, I need to get to know someone and to get out of my comfort zone, and I think connecting people is just different with everyone. Just the way you connect, it can be like through music, art, just stuff. Like it could be little as like, oh, you like this song, or oh, you like this place. You know, connect to connect, right? But I think connecting with people is such a genuine experience because nowadays you just got the phone and like, oh, follow.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't really like. Back then you had to, actually get to know them, see them. Don't just like, follow them and see what they're doing. You actually have to, stay up with them. And yeah, I think connecting, to me, connecting, hey,
Like for the people that are shy out there and want to make friends, I think because I struggled with this when I was in middle school. Um, the only people I would ever talk to was the people I grew up with, where it's literally my neighbors who are my childhood best friends, who I still have in contact with them, who are basically family to me. They were my only friends, but I actually want to show my appreciation for one specific person, and that's my childhood best friend. Holy fuck, has she not only is she like an older sister to me, but my best friend, that's like my ride or die. That's my bitch. That's what I always say. Like, she will literally call me on random days and call me fat. But that's how our friendship is, like, and she'll hang up and start laughing. But holy fuck, have I learned a lot from her? Because I was a shy kid. Believe it or not, I was the shyest motherfucker ever. You would not hear me talk. When I was around people, I would get so nervous and so sweaty from my hands. Um, but if it wasn't for her for always telling me, like, go out there, talk, she's like, why are you so quiet? Like, there's nothing to be shy about. Stop being nervous. Holy shit, have I really learned from that, and I really built character from that. Yeah, no, I really appreciate her a lot because she's taught me a lot, and a lot of my personality I got it from her, and yeah, she really like put implemented that on me, like stop being shy, go talk. So that with that being said, like in middle school, I was bullied a lot, and like I wouldn't say it was hard for me to make friends, but talking to people was hard. I don't know, like I couldn't like really like talk, especially when it came to guys, because I felt like as I was gonna be judged, and I was gonna be told this or that. I didn't even know myself. You know, you're a fucking kid. You don't know shit. So yeah, and then when I got into high school, that's when I started being more talkative, more funny, I guess you can say, and you know, build my way up from there. But with the first question, going back to the first question, that's just a little intake of my personality, who I am. But going back to the first question, when I first moved here to Utah, I was scared because I was 4 months. There was 4 months left until my graduation, so I either had the option to switch schools here or stay over there. I decided to still stay over there because I wanted to graduate with my class, and it was 4 months left. Like, what was the whole point of going to high school for 4 months? So I was like, and it's not even gonna give me the full experience. I didn't know anyone. The only people I knew was one of the guys I went to middle school with, who I was really close to at the time, with one of my childhood best friends too. He lived here in Utah, and one of my neighbors who I went to high school with as well. She lives out here too. Have not seen them since, but shout out to him that I was able to hang out with him, and I met my friend Jackie. From there, built a special bond with her. Met everybody else, and then like they lived at least half an hour away, so I couldn't really like see them as much because at the time I didn't have a car. So I was like, oh shit, like how do I get out there? How do I navigate? I technically just started putting myself out there, started talking to people, started going to parties, which first of all, in high school I never been to a party. Never been to a house party. I wasn't allowed to go to house parties. I wasn't allowed to go out as much, and that was really strict on me. But I mean, hey, like now I'm at Keeks, chill ass dude, creative mind. When I wanted to start my little brand thing, I think I went too fast on that though, but he really he helped me out. He recommended me to places. He put in the word in, and it was really cool, to have people like that around you, especially when they have creativity with them as well. Um, met a lot of people actually, and now 4 years living now. 4 years living here. I just hit 4 years. I've met a shit ton of people. Just put yourself out there. Literally, put yourself out there. Show what you got. Literally, show what you got. It's not. It's not like. And if you get judged, everyone gets judged. Who cares? But put yourself out there and know your worth and know what you got going on, and that's it. A lot of people fucked with me just because I was me. Don't be anyone else. Please, because I'll just hit you right back. Like, damn. Now I'm out here acting on things I shouldn't be doing, or like things I don't want to be doing because I was trying to be this person or whatever. Just be you. Literally, just be you. Do the dumbest shit. Like I mean, Salt Lake is really small compared to California, but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people actually know me here now a lot. I get told by my own sister that just 4 years of living here, that it's crazy to her how I met so many people already. She'll be like, the whole Salt Lake. I don't know why she exaggerates so much. I don't, but I guess well known. I don't know how I made myself well known, but shit, we out here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't even know I'm from California, so I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, put yourself out there. Don't be shy. People are always gonna judge, but those are just miserable people that have insecurities. And I mean, everyone has insecurities, but don't fucking portray it towards anyone else. Be your fucking self. Who cares? With that being said, like connections and everything, you're always gonna have people around, and you're always gonna lose people. I think both of us, I guess we can say everybody's been through like been friends with people we cared for a lot, and then all of a sudden we're not. And experience and learn, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we're out here at in Sandy. If you ever been to cozy bitch, I mean Sunset Coffee. Hello. It's a pretty nice place. They have a nice view out here. We're back on mic number 2. She's charged. Have you ever lost someone very dear to you? Like someone very close to you that you would be like, oh, that's
Or like death, or like just
no, not that.
I've
Hold up.
I have a lot of friends, but my circle was very very small. If that makes sense. So like
I get what he means.
yeah, like
A
I
lot
was
of acquaintances
yes,
aside, but
yes.
how? I guess how would I say? Who do you How many people do you consider in your circle close to you?
How many people?
Yeah,
Couple, couple five.
well, 5. Okay.
Couple, you know.
I mean, that's a good circle. That's a
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
five,
yeah,
five,
yeah.
you know. No more than 10
Mm,
for me.
yeah, I guess I feel like. Mm, yeah, I'd say the same. I think I got 6 or 7 that I consider very close.
He starts
But
laughing because he knows about. He knows who he's talking about.
yeah, I feel like I really consider close, just because I have that connection with them.
Right.
You know, vice versa. Like you know how you have it with other people,
Yeah,
because
connecting.
you have close friends, you have friends, and then you have acquaintances. I would
Yes.
say I have a bunch of acquaintances,
Me too.
a shit ton actually, but I have friends. But people that I talk to on the daily basis, I would say like 7.
Same.
I had a bunch of friendship fallouts, and before you motherfuckers start putting 2 and 2 together and be like, "Ooh, that says a lot." No, bitch. Actually, the reason I had these friendship fallouts were because, holy shit, and there were people who were dear to me actually. Um, Shit just happens. You know, you have fallouts, whatever, but I feel like a lot of it was just stupid for stupid reasons that I kid you guys not, that I feel like even now, as I'm older and now like the years have passed, I'm just like, what the fuck? I had I can talk about one actually. I don't really care. One of them was actually a best friend of mine. I would say I consider her a best friend just because we were really close. From elementary, from middle school, and keep in mind we went to 2 different schools. They would like switch off or whatever. But after high school, we really built a good bond. After that, we shared tears together. We had moments together. I mean, she even flew out here to visit me, which I really appreciated, you know? And in the moment when everything happened, I was mad and I was like fucking bashing it, whatever. And I was like, you know, that's fucking fake. Da, da, da. Me now, I look at it in a different perspective where it's like, I'm not mad at it no more. I am disappointed in it, but I feel like when you have such a good friendship with someone and such a close connection with them, it really sucks not having them around because you're so used to talking to them every day.
Right.
You're so used to like having random FaceTime calls, saying their words, the humor you guys shared, um, whatever it was, that was intimacy. And you don't really have a lot of intimacy with a lot of people, whether it's just like, you know, and I'm not saying intimacy has to be specifically fucking sex and shit, but you know, people know that like when it comes to hugging, when it comes to saying their word, that's intimate. You know, shit like that. Just sharing moments with people, it's really intimate. Yeah, no, definitely that fallout really did hit me, but I mean, shit, you live and you learn, and it sucks because I feel like friendship breakups hurt a lot than a fucking breakup.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
that situationship almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like if you guys have really close people to you that you're like, you can count on, and you have a good friendship, and you'll be like, oh, like that's like family to me, basically. Saying that's intimate. Um, communicate, communicate a lot, because I feel like communication, even in friendships, isn't even brought up to it. It's like whatever nowadays. People don't really cherish their friendships as much as they should cherish their relationships. You know, and I feel like treat your friendship like a relationship in a way, because that way you guys are able to understand each other, and because we're all growing, we're all experiencing. You don't really know what the other person's experiencing. You don't really know what's going on in the person's life, or whatever it is, because a lot of people don't talk.
Right. Yeah.
So be patient as well. Be very patient. And I think this kind of goes back to a conversation I had with one of my friends too, where it was like, you're gonna make the same dumbass mistake over and over again. Whatever your friend does, is they're like, stop talking to him, or stop doing that, like don't be dumb, like he's treating you like this and that. And then you go back, and they're still there. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're your friends, and they're gonna stick around with you. And no matter what decision you do, that's what being a friend is about. Is even when you know they're in the wrong, you still sticking with them makes you understand them in a way where it's just like only when you're ready to leave, and like only you're there no matter what situation it is. I'm not saying you have to do the batshit crazy ass shit, but what I'm trying to say is like, no matter how many times she goes back to that same cycle, he, she, whatever the cycle is, and you just sticking with them and communicating with them, and just like knowing that your arms are always open for whenever they need help, shows that type of person you are, and the type of friend you are, and you being genuine. I mean, that doesn't make you a bad person. I mean, we're all gonna be stupid. We're always gonna make the same dumbass mistakes. We're always gonna go back to the same people over and over again until we learn our fucking lessons. But what matters is those who stick with you through the good and bad, and who really sees it for you. Because I mean, you have other people who are like, oh my god, well, if you're not gonna leave them, then it's either me or them. It's like, why are you gonna make people choose between you or them? I mean, unless the situation's bad, but don't do that. Oh, well, I don't feel like that's okay. But yeah, guys, my intake on friendships, yeah, going back to the whole friendship thing, the fallout was pretty stupid, immature. There was no communication whatsoever, and this person had, I guess it was, I don't want to say insecurity, but it was more of like, she could have communicated better about it, but
She could have like
prevented it. Absolutely prevented it. But I feel like, since she had a fallout before I got really close to her, she kind of had that mindset that I was gonna do the same thing. But I wasn't on that at the time. I During that time too, I also lost two close people, two other people that I was really close to as well, for some dumb ass shit as well. But with that being said, like I feel like whether they're in my life or not, I'm grateful because I learned a lot of things. I've taken that actions. I taken their actions, whatever I've done with them, with me now, and I've grown as a person to know that the next people I get close to is like, okay, we'll do this, do that. Also, take accountability, guys. If you're in the wrong, take accountability. I know it's hard. I have a lot of fucking pride, but take accountability. When you're in the wrong, take accountability, own up to it, and don't do it again. Goes That just goes for everything, honestly. But yeah, I mean, be honest with yourself and be honest with people. Yeah, that's my intake on it.
my intake.
Yeah,
My take on that. Had a lot to say there. I don't have as much to take on that.
What's that?
In other words, I don't have experience in that field. I don't really, cause like I said, my circle is really small. I don't really
Mm-hmm.
like if I.
So you've never had like someone you've been really close to, and then a little thing shifts between it, and it's just like they're gone, or you had
No,
something.
no, not because of a reason or like a like a bullshit ass reason.
Mm-hmm.
They left because they had to like move or like
Right.
just like grew out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we ended things, we ended mutual. Like oh bro, like we changed. Like I don't really
Fuck with you
I
like I
don't
know
fuck
where
with you
you.
like that no more. Like we just had said differences or something. We still talk. We just aren't close like that. Like they never left. We just were never like
Like it
the
just
same
naturally
again.
just separated.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I never had like an experience with like, oh, because of this, just
Oh
some bullshit.
damn.
I don't, you know.
Does that make me look bad?
No, no. I mean, everyone has their experiences, right? But like,
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I wasn't in the wrong, which I wasn't, but I mean, I've taken accountability for some stuff, I'd say.
well, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. A lot of the things that just happened were just stupid. So, I mean, I guess we were just immature in the moment and shit happened. But yeah, if you guys know that friendship breakups hurt, they fucking hurt. But I've only had that with experience with 3 people. Two friendships.
I've no,
2 friendships, I'll say. That was
I've
it.
had like bullshit ass things happen to me. Like, oh, you did this, so I'm not gonna talk to you. But they weren't close to me, so I didn't really. They were like an acquaintance, so I didn't really,
Right.
I don't want to say fight for it, but like either way, I didn't want to say either like that I didn't care for it because I obviously tried to make it right.
You just kind of
I was
just let
like,
it go.
just let it go. Like, okay, if you believe it, I'll let you believe it. But here's my take. If you want to take it, take it. But no, that's it.
Okay. Okay, wait. Whoa, okay.
What?
So, when you're in those situations, like you said, you just let it go, right?
Yes.
Does it not run through your head like over and over
No,
again?
because I know what I did,
Right.
right? But if someone told them something else, and then they believe that before talking to me, why would I,
How do you build that mindset?
You build it with
There you go.
time. You hella learn because there was a point where I was always thinking about what other people thought of me, and always trying to put, like I said, because I was never myself before. I was trying to always put that image that they wanted me to be. It was really bad. So if I did something that I didn't do that they liked, obviously that would build something, right?
Right.
And then I'd be like, oh well, no, look what I did, whatever, stuff like that, and it would never like be the same after that because of what I did. If that makes sense, it's really hard to explain
I think I've kind of like
because I acted the
deciphered it.
way I acted because I was with them.
Birds of a feather flock together. I know what you mean. Whenever you're around people, you start to act like them. I guess you can say,
Or you try
yeah.
to be like
You
them
try to be like
because
them.
that's how they would communicate to you more if you tried to be like them
Oh,
or
okay,
would
okay.
be like more
Yeah.
part of the group or whatever
Definitely.
if you
Okay.
did the stuff they did. And if I didn't do them, like say like smoke weed or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was one of my
Yeah.
situations. I wasn't really part of the group. And with time, I figured like, cause if I'm really gonna be like that, I'll just let it go, and I'll attract my own audience, right? That
Right.
I really like,
Hmm.
so I don't have to act like someone that I don't have to be. So that's how I learned to like let stuff go. Because if you really accept for who you are or who you are, um, you'll learn to like um escape situations where you're gonna be someone that you're not gonna be when you're alone.
Right. So would you say now you're pretty confident with who you are?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This time has like sculpted me or made me who I am today.
Okay. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, like back to that friendship thing. Yeah, I've never had like an experience where like it was someone very very close to me that like something like some bullshit happened and we
Mhm.
stopped like being friends. Because obviously knowing me, I would never break a connection.
Right.
That's my
I'm the same.
thing. Like
Yeah.
I try to keep that connection even though it's like if it's like very far away or like very close or whatever. But yeah, that really never happened to me. So if
Mm.
like stuff like that happened, like if it was like a friend, let's say like a friend, not an acquaintance, but like a friend, like yeah, you could talk to like
Yeah, because with an acquaintance, it's
yeah,
like okay,
it's like I
whatever.
give a
Yeah.
fuck, right?
Like
With a
okay.
friend, it was like, well, here's my side of the story, right?
Right. You
What's
take it however you
yeah,
want to take
we
it.
talk, we communicate,
Right.
but if in the end it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Maybe later in
Maybe later.
time,
Yeah.
you guys meet up or like talk about it, like, oh, well, this stuff like that.
Right.
But I don't want to hold it because if I'm holding it here, something can happen over here. Because does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that
It
make
does.
sense?
It does make
Like
sense.
if I'm trying to hold this friendship, it could be like I could like block the opportunity for another friendship because of this friendship that didn't happen or that is happening or that I'm trying to fix or whatever. Whatever, you know what I mean? Does
Whoa.
that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
That was like a
That.
really deep. If you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
But
If you know, you know. Yeah, that totally opened my mind because now I've definitely learned something from that. From
yeah,
you saying
because
that.
if you stick in that moment, you're not gonna
Advance or
advance
keep
and meet new
going.
people, and then when you meet new people, you meet new
Uh,
sides of you that you don't even know. Sometimes, like damn, I like that too. Or like damn,
I
I
definitely have this one intake where it's like people are the reflection of you and
exactly,
you see them. So like
exactly.
it's like I started taking that to perspective a lot because people sometimes are a reflection of you and you see them and you're like holy shit. And even now, even the people you're close to is like a part of you where it's like, oh, for some reason we connected. For some reason we're friends. For some reason we sticked around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So yeah, definitely like going back to what you said. Don't hold on to it because I'm such a fucking okay. I'm so stubborn because I want to hold on, and I will
right.
hold on until I'm on the last pedestal, and I can be the only one breaking down for it, and the other person cannot give a fuck. Yeah, it's because I have a fucking heart, but I mean, I should also, I should also be conscious at the fact that if it's not going towards anywhere, then why should I keep going at it? So yeah, no, that definitely opened my mind now where I'm like, let it go. You have to accept the situation to let it go.
Yeah, just to
Yeah,
add to that, yeah, I learned the hard way, because like I said, I was trying to be someone that I wasn't,
right.
and I was always holding on to that friendship because I wanted to be cool or I wanted to be
Mhm.
accepted in a way, and people noticed like, why are you hanging out with them? Like,
Right.
cause someone eventually kind of like noticed that
Yeah,
that
definitely.
that's not you, right? Like, it's
Right.
bad when someone notices like you're acting the way you are,
True.
and it's that really hit me like, damn, how you know that?
You can know that. I think you can spot that from anyone actually.
Yeah,
Where you're like,
and then that really hit me like, damn, you're right. So eventually I just slowly started to leave. But with leaving, they don't notice. So that's how I noticed. I was like,
that's
oh,
true, and that's how you know that's not your people.
yeah, because they don't notice.
Definitely.
They don't be like, oh, where's Keeks? We should invite Keeks. Nah, nah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, you just know.
Yeah. Wow. That was really an eye opener. I'm taking that advice because holy shit, do I need to? Sometimes I don't even take my own advice. I be giving out some good advice and not to suck on my own toes or anything, but I just feel like I don't take it
That was a
sometimes.
crazy, crazy way to put
Not to suck on my own toes or anything,
it.
but yeah, no, definitely. That's a good perspective. Just stop holding on to things in order for you to experience another thing. So that was just an experience.
Right.
You're gonna experience more, and then in the end, if the person is meant to, just think of it as like a road. It splits, right? You and that person. If it's meant to be, then it will connect again. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be like in a week, in a month, or in 4 months. It can be even more time. Whatever it is, you know. Motherfucker was shirtless for some reason. But yeah, it can be like in 4 months, 5 months, in a year even. Some people don't even like reconnect until like 12 years. So
yeah, you can't hold on to it.
yeah,
You have to let it. No, you have to let it. You have to let it.
you have to let people be. You have to let people be because they're experiencing their own things, and most of the times the way they're acting is just because of what they're going through. And with that being said, just let them be. Maybe in the moment they're not supposed to be in your life anymore, and whatever. I mean, it's not whatever. I mean, it's obviously gonna hurt you. It's gonna stab you. It's gonna, feel like a gut wrenching feeling. But you'll be okay because before you met them, you were okay. So after you meet them, you'll be fine. That's just it. I mean, you can't really
Can't
like,
force it.
yeah, you can't force it. You can't control people either, or a situation. Just let it be.
Well, if people could control people, we'd be fucked. Trust me. We'd be so fucked.
So fucked because one, you're not even thinking for yourself. You're letting people fucking control the way you are as a person, and that's terrible. But yeah, I mean, ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much my intake on it right now.
That was a good take.
Do you want to add
Yeah.
anything else to it?
What was the
Or
take on? Again? I think it's so like focused on what we're talking that
yeah,
it
we just
continues to like lead up to something.
yeah we keep
Where like it's the thing we're talking about is like way back here. It was on friendships, right?
yeah friendships
And like how you
like how
you
just let people be and shit. Your perspective on it?
yeah, whatever, yeah. Shit. I went blank right there. But yeah. Like I said, I never had like an experience of a very close friend that left because of a reason.
Mhm.
But of a friend, yes. Not a very close friend. But like I said, I just let it be. If it doesn't work out, I don't fight for it. I think yeah. I think also you like you know when to fight for something because you feel like you get that feeling.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, like that.
You get that feeling.
When you have that connection with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When it's like, oh, this is actually worth fighting for.
Yeah, because if you
Okay.
feel, I don't want to say at home, but like comfortable
Right.
more than you would with someone else, you'd be like, okay, I don't want to lose that. And you start fighting. But obviously, if it doesn't work out, you don't. I'm like back to like 10 seconds ago. Don't hold on to it.
Right.
But if you can, but it's so hard. Like it's so. I think you just know.
You
Like
just
you're just
yeah.
gonna have to know because
You'll
I'm telling you to fight for it, but then not to. So it's like
right.
I think you just know when
You'll
to.
definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely know in the
Because
moment.
don't listen to me not fight for it and then be like, damn, what the fuck? 10
He's
years of
like,
friendship. You're not gonna fight for it. I'm like, oh,
Keith
10
said,
years is
just
crazy.
let it go.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
the
it's
fuck.
like, you know, I think you just know. Yeah, dump that shit. Dump that
Yeah,
friendship.
just yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
know
just kidding.
when someone it's worth fighting for. Yeah, definitely.
You'll know, and then they'll know too, because then I'll be like, okay, let me communicate.
Right.
Because if they're not communicating and you're just communicating, that's another reason.
That is very true.
Like, why are you putting yourself out there and they're just like sitting there like,
yeah.
right?
Some people don't give a fuck.
Some people don't.
Don't. Holy shit. People don't give a fuck. People are cold hearted nowadays. Truly. Selfish as fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong. Be selfish in the way where, like, for yourself, yes. Boundaries with people, yes. But when I mean overly, like, selfish, I mean overly selfish. Like, some people don't even care about your feelings. Whatever benefits them, whatever benefits they can get from you, out of you, they will do it. And they don't care.
And you won't know until I feel like someone
points it out.
Yeah, and it sucks because then you'll be like, damn.
Like, I didn't even look
You'll
at
retract and then you'll be like, oh, I'm a
Literally.
fucking fool, bruh.
it.
Oh my god. And you just be like, ah, I'm so stupid. That's what happened to me. Like, sucks.
I feel like that has at least happened to us at least once.
It has to happen to everyone, I think, just
Yeah.
to like evolve. Because if someone points it out, because the next time you'll find out by yourself.
Truly.
Right?
And you'll look at it and you'll be like,
You're
oh,
like, wait, let me stop, because
hold
this has
up.
happened to me.
Right.
Let me step back.
Definitely. And call people out for their shit. Do it. It helps people develop their brains a little bit more. Because I would like to be, I've been called out and shit too. Where it's like, oh, that's not right. Or that's not okay. You know, like,
It's like a canon event. You need to be called out.
you need to be called out. Nobody likes being called out,
Nope.
but it really
I hate that shit.
it knocks some sense into you for real. That kind of goes back to what I said, taking accountability for it and just moving forward and not doing it again. That's pretty much it for today's podcast. This one was a really good one. From last night's, I think last night's was really random as fuck, but
yeah.
but this one was really good. Definitely episode 1. Um, definitely let me talk. That was a good one. No, but thank you, Keeks, for being on the first episode.
I appreciate y'all, bro. It's always a good time. Like I said, it's always a good time being here and expressing my feelings. Like I said, backtrack an hour and 4 minutes ago when we first opened this episode up. I like when the host becomes comfortable and is not just like it's like a cop like asking you questions, but evaluating on what you say and reflecting as well, and just connecting, like how this whole episode was.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Okay, definitely, because like we said, Keeks is very quiet. But now that you really opened up to this. I've never really like heard him say anything like that, but
yeah, I myself don't like talking about
a lot of people don't. But
I will.
But that was good. I mean, honestly, thank you. You did really good for the first episode. No, that was really good. I appreciate you for being on this and opening up, especially to the internet. But yeah, guys, that concludes today's episode of the first episode ever of Who Let Oliver Talk. Hope to see you guys in more videos. And if you guys like this episode, I'd like to hear your feedback on it.
Yes, please, if willing, put your experiences. I want to look through the comments. That's crazy.
If you related to this in any way, yeah.
Because I think most of these episodes are just gonna be like, if you know, you know. In some occasions, because it's hard to put some stuff into words, or some people can understand it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Experience everything.
yes, experience everything.
Don't someone will for you.
Yeah.
Slap you in the face with it.
Yeah. Just if you guys relate to this a lot, and if you guys really like this episode and want more episodes like this, please let me know. We can talk about more topics, but you guys are definitely gonna get an intake of more people, more of my friends, and yeah, and definitely we'll bring Keeks back for another episode, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, who let Oliver talk? We don't know, but here we are. Bye, guys.